It's the moment you all have been waiting for. This Top 5 Tuesday, I decided to bring in elements based on July 4th. Again, I will preface my comments by saying this. I do not celebrate Independence Day. I do not go do fireworks or whatever. You understand that. But I thought it was only fair because I actually Googled this, and I'm the first person that I can tell, as far as I know, has ever done this kind of list. By saying top 5 independent athletes of all time, it's obviously a GOAT debate. But there are two groups of people not qualified for this. Number one, people who have played in team sports. That includes, but is not limited to, the fan bases of LeBron James, Michael Jordan, and Tom Brady, and Hank Aaron. So baseball, basketball, football fans, Wayne Gretzky, hockey fans, leave me alone. This is not what this is about. These are people that have not played team sports, but rather it's them against the field, as it is in golf, as it is in racing, as it is in fighting. It's them or nothing. All right. Another group that was disqualified are the people who do gymnastics. I know I'm about to be crucified for anyone who sees this take. But last night, and I slept on this and I still feel the same way. Gymnastics, although they do require to be an athletic person, you have to train, that does not make them a sport. To me, Simone Biles, who can dance, I don't consider ice skating to be a sport either. You're just a performer. You're an entertainer. That does not make you a person of sports. I don't know why. I thought the Olympics were based on sports, but a person who dances on ice skates and a person who flips in the air, that's not really a sport, because the only competition you have is hoping the judges like you more than the other people. That's like a beauty pageant in the air, okay? So I did not include Simone Biles in this list. I'm sorry. But don't worry, there's another black female in here, so I'm not about to cancel too much here. But I just want to preface my comments by saying that. So these are the top 5 athletes of all time that did not play team sports. My honorable and my criteria for this, of these athletes, is longevity, how good they were at their peak, how big their name is known, and the difficulty of the sport might have put them above their opponents here. My honorable mention is Serena Williams. Serena Williams is an incredible tennis player who is known the world round for how good she is at tennis. And the fact she's a black female playing tennis makes it that much more special, as it was with somebody else on this list. Serena is dominant. Unfortunately, she may not catch, I believe, Chris Evert, whoever it is that has the record. Serena might not catch that person. And I don't know if it's because of injury, but I know she was just bouncing the first round at Wimbledon. I'm not counting that against her, but I'm counting the longevity. She had it, and then the fact that you can't beat someone from back then, I'm not with it. Now, why does she not make my top 5? Because I still feel like women's tennis is a way lower tier than men's tennis. I think women's tennis, there's not a lot of super good people in there. Well, I can name more men's tennis players that are good than I can women's tennis players. That could be the publicity they receive. I don't know. But Serena dominating has to have a tiniest of asterisks because it feels like she just dominates a sport that no other woman wants to try. I'm not saying there's not women tennis players. I'm saying she dominates a sport that may not be that popular with women becoming professionals. Okay, that's all I'm saying. So my top 5. Number 5. More slack for me. Jimmy Johnson. Who was Jimmy Johnson? Well, he's a 7-time NASCAR Cup Series champion, and he also just led a lap in the IndyCar Series at the Indianapolis 500. That's hard to do. Racing has been around for a long time, and people say, well, how is that a sport and not gymnastics? I'm going to tell you why. 2 things. Number one, just because you like Simone Biles more than NASCAR does not mean you were right. So let's get that out of the way right now. Your feelings do not matter here. Number 2, the car does not do all the work. Does it do 80%? Sure. But tell me something. Have you ever seen, if NASCAR was so easy and so lazy, why are there no super fat NASCAR drivers? Like Tony Stewart might have been 220 pounds. You ain't seeing a person like me get in a NASCAR car and dominate, okay? That does not happen. It is hot. They have to drive against 39 other people who are just as qualified as they are. You can have a fast car and you can wreck while having the lead. If you can go out there right now, just because you have a slightly faster car, does not mean you can last for 4 hours in the heat against 39 other people, not wreck. That's very physically demanding. It's also a tough competition. But I'm not going to put him up higher than 5. I thought he deserved his respect here. Number 4 of the top 5 independent athletes of all time, meaning they did not play team sports, Usain Bolt. To me, these 4 are the Mount Rushmore, so don't worry about Jimmy Johnson. I don't consider him the same breath as the next 4. But Usain Bolt still holds records in running. He holds records in, like, I believe, the 100 meter, the 200 meter, and the 4x100 meter. He is a freak of nature. He is world renowned. I'll put it this way too. As with someone else on my list, this guy, Usain Bolt, you notice how many people are fast in the world? There's a lot of people who can run fast. Usain Bolt can say confidently, I am the fastest man alive. And that, to me, is amazing. It is hard to... There are a bunch of people that like to run and can run fast. Usain Bolt is the fastest man alive. That's pretty cool. Number 3 of the top 5 independent non-sport athletes of all time, Michael Phelps, the Olympic swimmer. Michael Phelps won 8 gold medals at Beijing. I believe has 27 medals overall in the Olympics and has 22 gold medals. One of, if not the most decorated Olympian of all time. Again, I know it's just swimming, but it's still a very difficult sport. Is it as popular as running or one of my next athletes? No. But it's definitely hard to do, and he is as dominant as they come at their profession. He is more dominant than Serena Williams or even Jimmy Johnson were at their own sport. Even more dominant than, dare I say, Usain Bolt. Michael Phelps is number 3. Number 2 of the top 5 independent non-team sport athletes of all time, Tiger Woods. Here's a fun fact. Tiger Woods was actually my number 1 choice when I initially thought, when I was telling you guys yesterday about what this list would be. I immediately in my brain thought Tiger Woods. Now, why do I think that he's that good at number 2? Ever since he was a teenager, this black man took over golf. I know what you want to say. Well, why does it matter? Because no black men play golf, man. Just like no white guys play basketball. And I'm not by no you. I mean the minority, obviously. But he was so good, he dominated a gentleman's game. Gentleman being the old, I don't care what you want to call it. The fact is Tiger Woods dominated golf. There is no reason right now golf should be popular at all besides Tiger Woods. Now, is it a great sport? Yes. Is it relaxing? Yes. Is it fun to is there a lot of parity? Yes. Are there a lot of good golfers now? Yes. Tiger Woods dominated a major sport. Now obviously it's not hockey, baseball, football, or basketball, but golf is an international spectacle, and Tiger Woods can confidently say he might be one of, if not the greatest golfer of all time. Number one, the top 5 most independent athlete of all time. Who is the GOAT of the athletes that do not play team sports? Muhammad Ali. I know what you're thinking. Why is Muhammad Ali? And I'll say this once again. I did not see a single list that specifically mentioned only non-team sports. So I feel very confident that I am one of the first people to ever make a list like this in terms of their GOAT debates. Not only is Muhammad Ali world-renowned as his name alone, not only was he an amazing peak player, like he literally beat up on the best people out there. I believe his record is like 35-5. Here's where Muhammad Ali takes the cake for me. The sole reason Muhammad Ali jumped Tiger Woods is because he's a boxer. Do you guys understand? Almost every single person in their entire life has been in like probably one fist fight, just one. Like, I'll admit it, I'm one of the most I'm one of the only of the people that are lovers, not fighters. I'm one of the biggest lovers you'll ever meet. Okay, I do not fight. I might argue, I do argue. I will not throw fists or throw hands. I don't care. Do I believe I could hurt somebody? Yeah. Do I care to? No, because I'm an adult and I'm 25 years old. I just don't care. But out of all the people that have fought in the entire world in history, Muhammad Ali might be able to say he's the best one to ever do so. It's baffling to me. This dude can confidently say, although he's dead now, I think he's dead. I don't know why I just drew a blank on that. He can literally go out there and say, I punch better than every other man on the earth. That's insane. That to me is mano and mano, me versus you in a ring with rules where I cannot kick you, or it's me and you in some gloves, and I'm the best ever. You notice how this reminds me of Usain Bolt. You notice how many people, when they were on a playground growing up, wanted to have a race to see who was the fastest? Usain Bolt can say he's the fastest man. You notice how many people have wanted to fight professionally or even fight at all? Muhammad Ali can probably beat them all. That to me is why he's number one. I cannot think of a better athlete who did not play team sports, where it was just mano a mano, me for myself, you for yourself. Let's do this thing. It's really insane to me.